So if you all don't know me, I am Marcia Smith, and I have the pleasure of being your guest host today. And so Jaron is out for a while, and he entrusted me with taking on this very important role to make sure that you are here and you're getting a very good kickoff to Financial Literacy Month. And so I need your help because this is my first time, so I need your help. And so I'm going to ask you all if you'll get your notebook out, because Austin is going to give us a lot of good information for us to take notes, but also be engaged in the chat. So put down your questions and we'll get those answered for you today. So just buckle up and get ready, and we are looking forward to a very good session today. So we have Austin Fuller with us. I have had a couple of opportunities to speak to Austin, and really excited about what he has to share with us today. And so he is the engagement leader for Nashville and the South region with Thrivent. And so we appreciate Thrivent's support and all that you have done for Corner to Corner throughout the year. And I am so excited for today. So Austin, tell me a little bit about yourself and Thrivent, and then we'll get into money canvas and all the things.
Absolutely. Yeah. So excited to be here. We are so appreciative of just what Corner to Corner does. We love being able to work with you all. And this year is kind of the kickoff. We've worked with you guys in the past, but we're really looking at this year as the kickoff of great things to come between Thrivent and, of course, the great work that Corner to Corner is doing. Like you were saying, so I am Austin Fuller. I'm a Nashville native. I am the engagement leader for Thrivent Financial in Nashville, Tennessee, and the greater Middle Tennessee area. What that means is a couple of things. It means that, one, I am not a licensed financial advisor. That is very important. So anything that I say today is not financial advice. However, I'm happy to connect you with someone who could answer some of your very intentional questions. We have a great team of people here in Nashville and Middle Tennessee. And so if you have specific questions, don't shy away from that. We can just touch base offline, and I can get you connected to the right people. Nothing I say today should be treated as financial advice. That's just cut and dry. That's how we're going to do it. And so what an engagement leader does is we actually work strategically with our financial advisors to help them grow their practices and their books of business in the Nashville market. So that looks like finding great organizations like Corner to Corner to get them plugged in with. It looks like finding churches and community organizations to get them plugged in with, to create some buzz and some other opportunities outside of what would be their natural market in starting their small business. Because just like a lot of you, they are entrepreneurs. So I get to work one-on-one many times a week with several different entrepreneurs who are trying to make the most of their business and also make the most of their finances, which is a really important topic that we're going to be talking about today. So a little bit about Thrivent. We are a different financial organization in the sense that we are actually a 501c8. So yes, we are a not-for-profit entity. We are on the Fortune 500 list. I believe we are the only not-for-profit on the Fortune 500 list. So the way that works is that instead of paying Uncle Sam federal income taxes on the financial products that we sell, we actually turn around and pour those dollars back into the communities where people purchase those products. So I get to help distribute that and get to oversee that for Nashville specifically, although there are many versions of me all across the country doing really good work with really great organizations like Corner to Corner in their local markets. So that's a little bit of a brief overview of Thrivent. We've been around for a very long time, 120 years. We've had a couple of name changes, but we've been around for about 120 years now. I like to say that we are a 120-year-old startup here in Nashville. We've had presence in Middle Tennessee for about 25, maybe 30 years. But as far as an intentional focus on growing the Nashville area, really just for the past 6, maybe 7 years, we've been really focused in this really growing city, a city that I love dearly. And so I really love the work that I get to do, and I love getting to share this information with all of you today. So I want to talk to you guys specifically about a program that we developed in the past couple of years. It's gone through some iterations, but it's called Money Canvas. So Money Canvas is one of our in order to build that snowball effect to get your finances under control and help you feel like you have a little bit more breathing room and a little bit more control in where your money goes on a daily basis. A couple of statistics that I just want to share with you guys is that less than 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 saved up. And we want to correct that. We think that everyone needs to have at least something in the bank so that whenever, we had an accident in our car this last weekend. It wasn't our fault, but we had to get it towed. There's things that just happen, some expenses that just come up from time to time. You need to have something stashed away for that. 32% maintain a household budget. That means less than a third of Americans actually have and maintain and stick to a household budget. That's also another thing we want to rectify. And then lastly, 75% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. And that can be a difficult thing to do and navigate, especially if you have a family, especially if you're trying to grow a business. Those can be really added stressors whenever you really should just be focusing on how to grow your business, how to spend more time with your loved ones, and then also how to give back to your community. So a couple of ways how Money Canvas works is it is a one-to-one virtual financial coaching experience. So you hop on, you schedule a one-on-one meeting with one of our Money Canvas coaches, and it's all virtual. So there's plenty of flexibility in those time slots. If you work 9 to 5 and you got things to do after work, you got your side hustles, they're flexible. They're willing to work with your schedule to make sure that they can find the right time that works for you. Then you get to hop on a Zoom call. There's a lot of introductions that happen. And what's really important about Money Canvas is the fact that it is not a cookie cutter approach to finances. We have some things that we believe are really important and really valuable, but it is an experience that is truly tailored to you. Your goals, your money goals might not be the same as mine. And they probably won't be in a lot of realms. That's true for all of us. A lot of our goals are going to be very, very different. And so they help you identify where you're spending currently. So those are the things that come out of your bank account every single month. Those are your bills. Those are the things that come in the spend category. Then we want to look at the save category. How much are you saving? How much are you setting aside for when those things happen, when you blow a tire, when you need to get something fixed on the house? Where are you saving? Where are you spending it? Where are you saving it for retirement? All of those pieces in there. And then lastly, where you're sharing your funds, because we believe in being good stewards of the funds that are given to us. And so we want to make sure that we are doing our parts to give back to the communities, great organizations like Corner to Corner that are really making a big impact in the communities. And so that's something that we really believe. So that they break it down into a nice visual of spending, saving, and sharing. And so that makes it really easy to grasp. Okay, I'm spending a little bit more than I thought I was, or okay, I need to be saving a little bit more for the things that I want to do further on down the road. It's a really good conversation, and that's what it is. It's just a conversation. So that's the first session, is you get to visualize your budget. Then there's a little bit of homework that usually happens in between that time, depending on what you want your goals to be. That's a whole other conversation that you'll have with your financial coach. And then you'll schedule another 2 or 3 sessions to talk about how you're building better spending habits, and then how you're building those better saving habits as well. So really it is a good way to find a solid grasp, a solid foundation to have those beginning talks about, hey, I know I need to get serious about my finances. This is a great first step. You might be asking me what the catch is. Absolutely nothing. This is a program that is solely funded through our philanthropic dollars. And so what that means is we are not actually allowed by law to go out and make a profit on this. You do not have to have any prior relationship with Thrivent. You do not have to have any relationship with a financial advisor. You don't need to have a certain number of dollars in the bank to even have this opportunity. You just have to be willing to sit down, have an open conversation. And also it does help if you have some type of recurring revenue that you're going to be spending and saving over a period of time, just so you can get a baseline of where you're at. But that's the catch. It's open to you guys to be willing to just, all of us, just sit down and have these open conversations about our finances.
Well, Austin, that's good. I love how you said there is no catch, because a lot of times these days it's like, can we trust and not? And so please know that Thrivent is a very trusted partner of Corner to Corner, and that they align with what we do, because as I was looking over the program and reading more about it, it's very approachable. They make it very easy, and it's broken down into very approachable, actionable steps. And so I heard you mention about some virtual meetings and conversations. And so just thinking about our busy business owners, some of them are still working, have their businesses, family, life is lifing. So what are the time restraints? What kind of time commitment are we talking about here?
Absolutely. It's a really good question. So whenever the first one kicks off, the first one, each session's about an hour long. It can be less than that. It can maybe go a little longer than that. Like I said, it is really tailored to you, but they really want you to leave room for about 45 to an hour, just to make sure that all topics are covered and you feel like that you've been supported in those sessions. So like I said, that can be faster, that can be longer. It's really tailored to you and what you want, but about a 45-minute to an hour time commitment, 3 different times. And it's up to you on how often you space those out. They typically recommend 2 weeks, but if you need to wait a month in between, that's completely fine. Those coaches are going to be dedicated to you. They're going to be reaching out to you and just giving you some words of encouragement over that period of time, and trying to make sure that we're staying committed to our financial goals. But yeah, the time commitment, it's 3 different sessions over a span of maybe about 6 weeks to 8 weeks.
I like that, 6 to 8 weeks, and then I'll be have
Yeah,
a plan to be able to save some money. So I do like that.
that's right.
This is our kickoff for our financial literacy month, and so we'll be providing resources for our alumni. And I thank you for sharing more about Money Canvas. And so will you please help us understand the importance of learning financial literacy, taking advantage of what we're going to be offering this month, and developing a money plan?
Absolutely. So as entrepreneurs, you guys understand that your finances have to be really intentional and really intertwined. And honestly, even if you're not an entrepreneur, it's just good to understand where your money is going and where you think it might be going, but it isn't, because sometimes you spend too much at the grocery store. Sometimes you ordered pizza 3 times last week because you were just so tired and couldn't muster up the strength to stand and go to the kitchen. There we go. So it's really is looking at how we can identify patterns in our spending and changing the mindset around them. And so it's really impactful. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I really do love Money Canvas, is that it makes it very simple. It really slows down and just says, let's look at, okay, Austin, you did order pizza 3 times last week. First of all, I worry about your cholesterol. You don't need to do that. Also, your wallet's probably hurting a little bit more than if you had just actually gotten up and made whatever was in the freezer, whatever was in the fridge. So it's really important to understand where your money is going, and also understand that your money can work for you, and that's a good thing. This is not a world where you have to go through understanding these different financial topics all by yourself. That's why we have programs like Money Canvas. That's why we have financial advisors all across the country. Because one thing that's true about Thrivent is that we believe everyone deserves a money plan. You don't need to have $1 million in the bank. You don't need to be debt free. Everyone has to have a money plan that's tailored specifically to them. That's one of the things that we believe at our core. So Money Canvas is one of those great ways that like you said, it's really vital to understand how important it is to have your financial goals lined up with that of your business, that of your family, and everything else involved. And so that's one of the great ways that Money Canvas can come in and help.
Okay. I love that. Yeah, I'm probably an offender of the pizza, but we all have our vices, right? So
That's
if
right.
I signing up for Money Canvas, what kind of information do I go ahead and gather to prepare for that first conversation?
Yeah, that's a really good question. A lot of times people think that you have to come into that first conversation with your finances broken down, and you have to bring your bank statements and you don't need to bring all of that. What I tell people is maybe look back at the last month and just scroll through your transactions, see, okay, make sure you know what your bills are. So that's your rent, your utilities, any car payments, the things are going to come out each and every month on that specific day. Make sure you know what those are in nice round numbers. We don't need cents and all the details, but a nice round number for all of your bills. And then also have a basic understanding of, well, where you're spending your extra money. Where is that leftover coming from? How much are you spending at the grocery store each week? If you have a date night, how much are you spending on date nights? How much are you spending for babysitters, etc. Understand that those types of flexible the transactions that can flow and fluctuate from month to month, just so you have an understanding. You can share that with your coach. And then if you are currently saving, or if you currently tithing to your church, or you're giving back to another organization on a semi-regular basis, come with that information as well. Like I said, and all just nice round numbers. It doesn't have to be broken down penny by penny, line by line. We just want nice big round numbers to be able to just paint a basic picture of where your finances are at now, and then talk about where we want you to be at the end of the 3 sessions.
Okay, great. Glad that you said that. That is 3
Mm-hmm.
sessions, and so that kind of helps people go ahead and get prepared. And we talk
Mm-hmm.
about a lot of this in relationship to business, and we often share with our business owners that the way you treat your personal money is a lot of the time the way that you will treat your business money. And so what I like about what you said about money canvas is that it's teaching you how to budget. So of course we all need to know our budgets and our expenses and what's coming in and what's going out for our business.
Mm-hmm.
And then about saving, because we do need to save to be able to cover our expenses. And then talking about the
Mm-hmm.
living from paycheck to paycheck. And so I like that the skills are transferable. And, a lot of times we are hesitant to have money conversations just because we don't understand the language. And so I read of your participants had a really good quote that really stuck out to me, that just said that, finances can often be intimidating, which they can, and that the meetings that they had with the money canvas and their coach were just the opposite, and everything was so approachable. And so can you just speak to that a little bit more about how it's I want people to know that I like that you mentioned you don't have to come with your stack of receipts and all of that, but something else to kind of ease my mind that this is going to be easy for me to do.
Absolutely. And it's not an invasive process. And look, we understand that finances is a very tricky subject for a lot of us. And it can be very awkward sitting down with a stranger across from you and saying, hey, I did order pizza 3 times last week. We understand that those kinds of conversations happen, and that they can feel loaded and very strange. I want to reassure you that the people that we have as our money canvas coaches are incredible human beings who, like I said, they are not licensed financial advisors per se, so they cannot sell you any financial advice. However, they are people who understand budgeting. They understand healthy spending habits. They understand the psychology behind what the decisions we make with our money. And they're really good at being empathetic and walking through that with you, so that you feel no judgment. It is a complete judgment-free zone. They want to see you succeed as much as you want to see yourself succeed. And that's a really important thing to walk into this with, is that, look, there is no agenda. There's no bottom line that we're trying to hit for leads to come from this. No, this is purely societal impact, because we believe, like I said, everyone deserves a money plan. And we really want to change that stigma around finances, to understand that money is not a goal. It's not something that you're it's not something you're just constantly striving and trying to get a hold of. It's a tool. It's something to help you build a foundation. It's something to help you build the rest of your life, your children's, your grandchildren's lives as well.
I love how you said it's a tool, because that's a really good thing to remember, that it's just a way that we use it to get to where we want to go. So I love that. So thinking about, after I finished my 3 sessions, is there something beyond that Thrivent can offer at that point?
Absolutely, and that's completely up to the user. Some people love the program so much that they'll wait maybe 3 or 6 months, and then they'll go back through it again with their same coach. They'll reach back out and say, hey, I want to sit down again. I think that I'm doing good, but I want to make sure that I'm still on track with this. And those are things that are totally optional. You can go through the program as many times as you want to. And again, completely free, no catch. We're never going to immediately just turn you over and try to make a buck off of you. That's not the point of this. However, there are also some opportunities where at the end of the session, at the end of the 3 sessions, if you are curious about what it looks like to take your finances further and start looking at other strategic options for you, you do have the option to be recommended to a financial advisor. That is not mandatory. That is not something that we are going to push on you. If that is still something that is, I'm not ready for that yet, we completely respect that. And we just want you to know that we are here to support you through that. Go through Money Canvas 2, 3, 4, 7 times, as many times as you want to. It's there for you as a tool, as something to just have, and to be able to check back in, with every 6 months, every 12 months, whatever could be beneficial for you. If you're done with if you're at the end of the 3rd one and you say, I think I'm good, I'm ready to roll, and then you're crushing it, and your savings goal is hit immediately, and you're wearing down your debt, that's amazing. And we just want to applaud you for being able to step up to the plate and take control of that.
I love that. So as Austin and I get into another question here, make sure that you all put your questions in the chat. I see we have some people here, and good afternoon. Thank you again for joining us. And so we know that relationships are important, and I appreciate how you said you can go back through the program again if need be with your your coach that you've been using already. And so how important is that, people, that we can go back and say, well, maybe I have been doing well, and then you can come up with some more goals and plans that you want to reach, and now you want to start saving more, and how can I incorporate that? Or it's the holidays and I need to prepare for the holidays. So I love that.
That's right.
I definitely appreciate how that's there. And again, remember, you all, this is totally free. There is no obligation. Thrivent is not going to be asking you to buy something at the end of it, corner to corner. Of course, you all know us. It's not going to be something that, you have to do.
We will not be sending you emails. That's not, nope. That will not happen.
Yeah, they won't be calling you like the car warranty people, I promise.
Nope.
So.
Nope.
So just know that this is something that they want to do because they want to make Nashville a better place, and like corner to corner, see their neighbors thrive. So Austin, I was glad to hear that you're a Nashville native. So am I. We're those unicorns. We need to have, I think, special corsages or buttons or something that we wear.
We need a sticker or a button. That's right. We need people to know. We need people to know.
And if anybody steals my opportunity, I want some I want some acknowledgement on the patent or something. But we need a little something. So as we don't have any questions in the chat just yet. Do you have any other things, or do you have somebody like a success story to share that you remember from somebody that has gone through Money Canvas that kind of sticks out to you?
Absolutely, and of course we're not gonna. I don't want to share names or anything like that. But I have 2 in particular. One is that, and I think they're both might even be in that slideshow that I sent you earlier, or a couple of weeks ago. But one person in particular, in 10 months they were able to pay off $22,000 of debt, and they were also able to increase their credit score up into the mid 700s in 10 months just from walking through Money Canvas. A really important thing to think about here as well is that only 20% of people that are struggling with finances are technically below the poverty line. So that's a clear indication that shows us, look, having enough money isn't always the answer. A lot of times it's just how we actually budget and spend the money that we have to make the most sense for us. And so that's a story that could very well be someone here that could, in 10 months from now, after they have finished their sessions, could have done very similar things. That's not everyone's story, but I really believe that we have the power and the ability to make those changes happen with working with each of you. And I'll say this too: we've worked with a couple of nonprofits who have started using this as their pure financial coaching curriculum, and one of them is here in Nashville, and they help people get into housing that's stable, and so they walk them through the home buying process, and this has become their financial program to get them to that point. And we've seen a lot of people come through that and it be very successful for them. So it's not something that, like I said, you don't have to be a millionaire for it to make sense for you. You don't have to be a all of this, everything that's covered is so tailored specifically to you and what your goals and what you want your conversations to feel like, that you can find success in it.
I'm still stuck on the $22,000 in 10 months. That was amazing. That person
You're telling me,
dedicated.
incredible.
So,
Incredible.
I'm ready to sign up for Money Canvas. So let me know. Let me know, and let everybody
We'll get you the link.
know. How can we join Money Canvas? What are our next steps? Because I'm ready to go.
Absolutely. So if you go to Thrivent.com and you click on the generosity tab, that will list all of our generosity programs. So the ways that we are giving back to our communities, one of those is Money Canvas. Click on Money Canvas and it'll take you to the homepage. And there it's very easy. You type your name in, type in your email address, you click a day and a time that works for you, boom, you're in. That's all it takes.
Okay, that's easy.
Yep.
So I just need to go to Thrivent.com, and I just need to have my date picked out and be ready to go.
Yep. That's right. And honestly, you can just Google, I just did it just now. You can just Google Money Canvas Thrivent. So you don't even have to go to the website. You can just type that into Google. It'll be the first thing that pops up. You're good to go.
I mean, just cut the middleman out. Just look up Money Canvas.
That's right. Who needs it? Who needs it?
Yes, I love it. That is easy. And so you all, I am convinced, I am ready. It sounds like, as I said, I have gone through the slides and information that Austin has shared. It talks about how easy it is. Again, it's not a big time commitment for what you're getting out of it. It is a great return on investment. We talk about that all the time as business owners.
Absolutely.
And so, it's a win-win for me. And so I hope that you feel like it is a win-win for you as well. We know that with gas being $3.59 in my area, and praise God, the eggs have gone down. But
Thankfully.
I think we all could benefit from I got tired of trying to come up with a breakfast that didn't require eggs, Austin. And so any more before we wrap up, any more questions about financial literacy? And remember, Austin said he's not an expert, but he definitely can share information. Roz, thank you so much for joining us. She is saying, Austin, that this has been very useful information. So we do appreciate you being here for us. Again, to wrap it up, it is a free literacy program that will walk you through coming up with a plan. Austin, please correct me if I'm wrong. You said we're going to concentrate on budgeting, saving, and then just setting some goals. I take really good notes over here. And that I will have sessions, probably about 3 sessions with a coach who can help walk me through this, and that I can set that up on my own of when I want to, meet with them. There is a little homework involved, but for me, if it's worth it, you got to put a little work into it. We talk all the time about investing in ourselves. I can either Google Money Canvas or I can go to Thrivent.com, and that's where I can find it. Did I do well?
That's right. You crushed it. You didn't even need me here.
Yeah!
You didn't even need me.
No, I needed you. There's no way this could have happened without you, sir. So anything else that you would like to end with? And just, I'm going to give everybody in the chat one more opportunity. Do you have a question before Austin, my native Nashvilleian, leaves us? Any more questions? Or Austin, is there anything you want to leave with us as we get ready to depart?
I would just say thank you guys so much for showing up today. This is honestly the first step in really gaining control of those finances, is saying, hey, I'm gonna start looking at this seriously, and I'm gonna make some changes. It's not an easy one, but I applaud you for at least just taking this first step. And if you want to take that second one, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm a resource. Shayna, Marcia, they all have my contact info. Just ask them; they'll share it with you. I'm happy to have these conversations with anyone who might be curious about going further with Money Canvas.
Well, we thank you for your time. We do know that this is lunchtime, and so we're sorry for pulling you away from from eating. But it has been a pleasure every time. There we go. I had mine earlier. Every time that I've had conversations with you, and Thrivent has been, as I said, a partner for Corner to Corner, and have appreciated the times when we've been together. helping us pass out notes or whatever else we need to
Yep.
get done. So excited to
Oh
have
yeah.
you all as speakers. So if we have any current Academy students, you will see Thrivent staff members in your classrooms in May. And so we're excited about that as
That's
well.
true.
So you are getting a lot of shout outs and a lot of thank yous and a lot of great information in the chat. So, you know, Austin, I don't know if you're looking for a new job, but it seems like Facebook Live might be something you can do. But I appreciate you for coming and sharing. And I will be doing Money Canvas. Let me get through my busy season, but I'm looking forward to doing it over the summer. And we thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time, and we will be in touch. And so, everybody, this is our first session for our Financial Literacy Month. Jaron should be back, and if he's not, maybe you all will see me again if I did okay. And please just stay tuned to our social media pages for you know, more information about what we'll be offering for Financial Literacy Month. And hey to everybody who's joining us on the replay. So you all have a great Easter weekend, and I think we got some good weather coming, so everybody enjoy.